being present. We're very excited to host our first annual Graduate Student of Color Conference.
Woo!
My name is Jose Manuel Santillana. I am a second-year PhD student in the Gender, Women, and Sexuality Studies program here on campus, and I am the co-chair this year for the Critical Race and Ethnic Studies Writing Group.
Yeah, and then hello, my name is Colin Pa. I am a fifth-year student in American Studies, and I'm the other co-chair of CREST, the Critical Race and Ethnic Studies Graduate Writing Group.
So at this point, we want to welcome Dr. Catherine Squires, who is our advisor this year. And first of all, we'd like to thank her for all her hard work in terms of advising us and through the process of organizing the conference. So she's going to come up here and say some welcoming words. Thank you.
Put together. This group was put together by students for students about almost a decade ago. And students from CLA specifically, but from across the university, realized there needed to be more intellectual space and camaraderie for students of color, particularly those interested in critical race, ethnicity, and indigeneity studies, to get together. And so this is the fruit of all of that work from prior generations of students who made that space, held that space down, allied themselves with faculty and staff and undergrads to keep that space in multiple ways.
So I feel like this seditious acts theme is just perfect, especially given the recent history on our campus for graduate students of color specifically, as they have tried to wake up the campus and confront power and confront the issue and continued operation of white supremacy in the academy. So it's really an honor to be here. And the last thing I want to say in looking at this graphic is that when I saw it, I realized I'd just been reading a bunch of Angela Davis, as one does. And I went back to my notes from the other day, and this banner graphic made me think about this quotation that she gave in response to asking, you know, you're a scholar, but when did you become an activist? And she said, and I quote, "Wherever I am, whatever I happen to be doing, I try to feel connected to futures that are only possible through struggle." And I feel like you all are making those futures in your work, in being here together, in solidarity, in community, in struggle. So please continue.
Narrative and how I kind of like fit in, and how hip hop has helped me like redefine my own feminism and moving forward in my own like thoughts of liberation.
But that's part of the reason why I'm so happy that I get to be here and talk about my experience more in depth, so you guys kind of get a sense of what I was actually going through. But it was really terrible, and not only did I almost quit that year, I almost quit every single year except the second semester of my third year. I just didn't understand what academia was. And it's gotten better, but it was terrible. So I was experiencing a kind of a death, and that's why I called this the birth of scholar noir through the 4 stages of grief. It ended in, of course, depression. I lost all sense of excitement and joy about doing this. I really felt doomed to be a miserable scholar forever. I felt like I cannot quit. My parents are gonna kill me if I don't do this. I have to do this. I'm just gonna be unhappy and overworked, like it seems the majority of professors are. They say acceptance is the last stage of grief, right? But for me, it was actually self-care as a praxis. I did not accept these conditions of the academy. I didn't say, I'm going to accept the fact that you're disrespectful to me, you invalidate me, you marginalize me, I'm hyper-visible in other instances, I feel like I don't belong. I'm not gonna accept that. I'm actually going to center self-care in order to make it through this, because I do think that there's a reason I'm getting this PhD, and I do believe that I'm on the right path right now. So I also got involved in the Black Graduate Association on campus. So another way that I was healing was finding community with people who cared about things that I cared about too. I believed that I was alone. I believed that I was isolated, but I also didn't make any attempts to find communities of other people who were like-minded. And then also writing, and that's part of why I started the Scholar Noire blog, and this is the blog about self-care. Audrey Lorde says, the fact that we are here and that I speak these words is an attempt to break that silence and break some of those differences between us. For it is not difference which immobilizes us, but silence, and there are so many silences to be broken. I think that is so powerful, and that's why I write, and that's why I do the YouTube page, regardless of what, you know, professional or personal things that could happen as a result of me putting my life out there on the internet. I don't care. I think it's worth it because your silence will not protect you. This is how I envision self-care. Self-care is a reflection and protection of the fullness of your humanity. And for people of color, especially in other marginalized groups within our society, we are not taught that we deserve the fullness of humanity. I uplift Black women scholars and critical scholarships. Scholar Noire is a portmanteau, and it means Black woman scholar in Franglais. Finally, my credo at Scholar Noire is progress is a process, because all of that I'm doing is not to pretend that I'm perfect or that I have all the answers. It's that I accept the fact that I am a work in progress. It's a process. It's beautiful. It feels good. It doesn't feel bad to be human. And I think that part of the reason why I suffered so much was that I was laboring under the illusion that I needed to appear to be superhuman. Whatever.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Follow me on Twitter.
Okay, what's your Twitter name?
Sure. It's Libra on Strike.
Libra on Strike? Okay, explain to me more. Or
I have no idea how I came up with it.
Do you want people to know anything about you?
There's nothing about me.
Yes, there's everything. You're so funny. You're like me. I do that too. I'm just like, peace.
Well, we're branches.
Right. That's, you know, I noticed that in a lot of cities, in Philly, people do that. They throw shoes in Seattle when I was there.
These are perfectly good shoes. Not even like those loose ratty shoes, but these are like decent shoes.
Oh my gosh.
You can tell I like newish.
That's crazy. Okay, so I'm eating lunch with some of the beautiful people at the conference, and I really want them to introduce themselves because they're awesome, and I want them to be on the vlog. Look at him. He's like really cool.
Oh, come on. Just trying to have my lunch.
What's your name?
My name is Marcelo Garza Montalvo.
Where are you from?
I was born in Toronto, raised in San Diego. My ancestors are from Huelmapu, south of Chile.
Cool. What do you study?
I study ethnic studies.
Where do you live?
I live in Oakland, California.
Favorite Beyonce song?
Fuck. got me off guard there.
This goes online, the beehive's coming for you.
Hello. H-U? No, it's okay. Okay, what's your name?
My name's Alex Manning.
Where are you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington. I also got family in the DC area.
And what do you study?
I study sociology at Minnesota. I live in Minneapolis right now.
What is your favorite thing about living here?
Actually, I do think it's easy to bike. I do like biking. It actually opens up movements and places. And yeah, so I didn't really bike before I moved here.
What's your secret talent?
Secret talent. Damn.
We can sign up for this.
These are such good little pop-up questions. Secret talent. I can basically like do play-by-play announcing of like an event, like a sporting event. Right? Like that was like a childhood thing, so I would do that as a kid. So watching sports, I would do that, entertain my sister and dad.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you can do that later, like during one of the panels?
Sure. It'd be kind of weird to do that while someone was doing their talk. Menyo makes a great point.
That'd be for a good video.
On to the bold and the beautiful, rocking the most excellent of the necklaces. Say what's up. What's your name? Hi, how are you?
I am Jose Manuel Santillana. I also go by Menyo. And what was the second question?
Where are you from?
I am from Central California. My parents are from Mexico. My dad's from San Luis Potosí. My mom's from Jalisco.
And what do you study?
I'm studying feminist studies.
Okay. What's your sign?
Virgo.
Ooh, like Beyonce. What is like one of the shadiest comments you've ever said?
Damn.
I wouldn't even be able to answer because I throw so much shade all day.
In terms of personal shade, that
that's what I want.
There's levels.
There's levels to that
and
shit.
dimensions.
Yes. It's nuanced and sophisticated.
Yes. In this conference, one of the or some of the folks call me out because sometimes I throw shade at people from the Bay Area. I love my Bay Area folks, but I've been known to throw some shade.
He goes to Berkeley.
Yeah.
Bay Area. What advice or just like anything would you say to people who might be considering applying for a PhD? There are some like A reasons and B reasons and A reasons. You can say anything.
Make sure you love it. Make sure you love what you want to study here, and make sure you have your cultural immune system intact. So you have self-care, you have people who support you, and you have a daily practice to keep you rooted in why you're doing it. Just if you want to, it can swoop us a lot of us up.
It's true.
So just like whatever that means to have folks feel grounded and rooted, that will keep you present to be able to do good work. That's what you want to do.
I think that's excellent advice, and I would also just add on to that part of like getting rooted is buying a beret.
I would say just like the self-care stuff, right? But really, it's like that community aspect, whether that's within or outside the university. It can be both things. Depends on where you're at. Some places that can be harder to find outside or inside, but wherever you can, do that because that's part of that keeping grounded stuff. I'd also say understand that it's like a process. There's going to be lots of pressures to be all about end product. Right, but the product doesn't. One, we have to get out of that sort of language, but the product doesn't happen unless like you actually enjoy the process and you understand like, yeah, this is like a long long thing to do.
Yeah,
Like the whole part of me doing this is not just so I have something at the end that's legible or gets rewarded, right? Because you're doing a constant project.
No shade. Don't throw no shade. To the perspective.
I think there should be shade.
Because they're already scared enough.
And have, you know, all of these different experiences that are not necessarily like straight A students or wanting to be a professor, but if you're gonna be here, that, you know, if you find yourself needing to be here or strategically needing yourself to be here, then find community. That's I think for me, I find the number one thing is find priority, because there is violences. You will experience so many things, so many fucked up violences committed against you. But if you create community in here, if you find community, people who are aligned with your way of thinking, with your way of being and living, then you're going to navigate it maybe a little easier or cope with it a little easier. Yeah.
I think that's really great advice, because it's true, like it's not going to be easy, and especially if you are a student of color or a marginalized group who wants to do scholarship that is more critical, you're going to face barriers and hurdles, but don't let that stop you from applying, because guess what, we still live in a society that reflects all of these same violences. So like you might experience a particular kind of violence within the academic space, but you're going to experience some kind of violence outside of the academic space too. So if you have knowledge and you want to learn more and you want to produce knowledge and you want to be here even just because you want to get a PhD, and like for a long time certain groups weren't even allowed to do that, then do it and know that you're dope enough to do it, and you can be like that.
I think maybe to bring in Kendrick Lamar, but just to stay humble.
Yes. Sit down.
Yeah, just stay humble and just like listen and observe and just like know who you're accountable to, and make sure that that's not just people in the institution. Like we're accountable to our ancestors, we're accountable to our family, we're accountable to our community. So that helps me stay humble, and I think part of it makes me sick when I get wrapped up in all the ego politics that are here.
All right, peace out, y'all. Peace. Say bye. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Rasan.
Where are you from?
Boston originally.
What do you study?
Sociology.
And what's your favorite song? Prince song.
Prince song?
I can't believe how racist you are. Your last name is
Purple Rain.
That's a good song. What's your favorite Beyonce music video?
Song would have been easier because I don't watch a lot of TV.
What are your hobbies?
Hobbies? I like to read, play capoeira. That's fun.
Oh yeah, playing.
Organizing is, I don't know if that's a hobby, but
It's fucking lifestyle. Are you an introvert or an extrovert or an ambivert?
what's the third one?
Both, because I'm both.
Okay.
Oh, you guys can't tell. I love being alone.
Everyone thinks I'm an introvert, but then they know me as an organizer and like are surprised by how outspoken I am.
You get your energy from being alone or being with people. So that's the quick and dirty.
That's easy.
Right.
Yeah, being with people.
Okay, so you're an extrovert. You know what I want to ask you about? So you sound like you're a pretty prolific writer. Oh shit.
So advice, yeah, just remembering who you are, remembering how you speak, and understanding that speech may not always be legible to the university, but finding ways to make it legible.
It's blurry. It's okay. It'll clear up. Ta-da! Hello. What's your name?
My name is Kong. We're in Minnesota.
Where are you from?
I'm from right here, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Born and raised. Actually, just raised. Born in refugee camp.
Okay. Really? And what do you study?
American Studies. I'm Hmong. I study Hmong migration to the U.S.
And what would you say to people who are gonna think to themselves, what is Hmong? The most commonly asked question.
Of course, Hmong people, We're one of the biggest group in the Twin Cities, the biggest Asian American group. So check us out. Easily found online, Google. We exist.
Okay, what's your favorite Beyonce song?
My favorite Beyonce song, Irreplaceable.
Yes!
Yeah!
Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve, oh my gosh, when people just don't flush the toilet.
So he's one of the amazing organizers of this conference. So how do you feel now that it's almost over?
I feel so good, but it's kind of sad because it's almost over and everyone's leaving. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks. Peace. Bye. I'm gonna miss her.
Hi, I'm Fati. This is the sun. And Minnesota's occasionally fabulous.
Occasionally fabulous, only when I'm with them and him. And him. He's really cool too. He's like trying to be cool. Oh hey. Oh hey.
I already got on the vlog.
Okay.
I can't get on it again.
Yeah, you do.
Again, it's still day 2. A few hours later.
I'm really sad.
Alex though.
I don't know.
Alex is so nice.
I agree. You're so nice. No.
To creating this, the energy of this weekend, just a total success in my eyes, and I think a lot of us would agree.
To now.